Good day, students. In this video, I will show some selected solutions for questions from chapter 2 Quadratic Equations, subtopic 2.3 Sum and Product of Roots of Quadratic Equations. Okay, the first question is the quadratic equation 2x squared minus 9x plus k equals to 0, where k is a constant, has one root which is twice the other. A. Find the roots of the equation. Okay, so we have a quadratic equation, and given that one root is twice the other. Okay, so let us transfer this to a mathematical expression. Okay, assume that, okay, I'll just write the roots, and we assume that the roots are alpha, the first root. So I will say the first root as alpha, and the second root will be twice the first root, that means 2 alpha. Okay, so first root is alpha, the second root is 2 alpha. Now we have the quadratic equation 2x squared minus 9x plus k equals to 0. I will change this to follow the format of this quadratic equation to follow the standard format for the sum of roots and product of roots. Okay, before that I'll just write down what is the standard product. The standard product is x squared minus sum of roots x plus product of roots equals to 0. Cool. So this is the equation where the standard sum of roots and product of roots can be used to create the equation. Now we want to compare this equation with the equation above. So I must modify the equation given in the question. So how? First I must remove the 2 or make the 2 become 1. Okay, so I will multiply with 1 over 2. So I'll get x squared minus 9 over 2 x plus k over 2 equals to 0. Okay, now we have this equation in the format of this. So from that I can make a reduction. What is my reduction? The first one is sum of roots. Sum of roots is equals to whatever in this bracket. Okay, you can see here we have a negative, we have a negative, we have a x, we have a x here. So whatever the b is sum of roots. So sum of roots is 9 over 2, and we know our roots are alpha and 2 alpha. So alpha plus 2 alpha equals to 9 over 2. 3 alpha equals to 9 over 2, and alpha equals to 9 over 2 multiply 1 over 3. Okay, so alpha equals to 9 over 2 multiply 1 over 3, we get 3 over 2. Okay, so that is my first root. Let's move on to find the second root. Okay, the first root is alpha. So the second root is 2 alpha. Okay, so I can just write 2 alpha equals to 2 times 3 over 2, and I will get equals to 2 times 3 over 2 is 3. Okay, so the roots are 3 over 2 and 3. So we got the value for the roots. Okay, so we answered the question A. Now move on to question B. Hence find the value of k. So to find the value of k, we will use product of roots. Okay, product of roots. So product of roots is this part, or c, and equivalent to that in the equation is k over 2. So what is product of roots? Product of root is a multiplication of roots. So our roots is alpha multiply 2 alpha equals to k over 2. Alpha multiply 2 alpha, you get 2 alpha square equals to k over 2. And we know from the question A, alpha is 3 over 2. So replace that. Alpha is 3 over 2. Replace that into that equation above. So you get 2 alpha square, or 3 over 2 square, equals to k over 2. I can rewrite the equation as k over 2 equals to 2 times 9 over 4. Okay, so k times 2 times 9 over 4, which is equivalent to 9 over 2. So k equals to 9 over 2 times 2, which is equivalent to 9. So we found the value of k and answered the question. So to find the roots of the equation, I used the sum of roots. Okay, the sum of roots to find the roots of the equation. And to find the value of k, I used product of roots. I used product of roots to find the value of k. So that's how you do when you have an equation like this. Okay, and the c is unknown. So to find the roots, you use sum of roots. To find the value c or k, in this case, is use product of roots. Okay, moving on to the next question. The quadratic equation 2x squared plus 16x plus n plus 3 equals to 0, where n is constant, has two roots whose difference is 2. Okay, so A, find the roots of the equation. Find the roots of the equation. Okay, I think this one is okay, so this is a minus actually. Yeah. Okay, so to answer question A, first I'll just write the roots are, okay, I'll name the first root as alpha, and the second root, if the first root is alpha, the second root will be alpha minus 2. Okay, why? Because the question says has two roots whose difference is 2. So the difference is 2. So the first root is alpha, the second root is alpha minus 2. Now We know the quadratic equation. What is the quadratic equation? The quadratic equation is 2x squared minus 16x plus n plus 3 equals to 0. Okay, so I want to change the quadratic equation into the format of the standard format of sum of roots and product of roots. So just copy and paste it here. Okay, so to change it to the standard form, you need to have a is 1, a is 1 here, but our a is 2, so I'll divide this with 2, or I can multiply this with 1 over 2. So I'll get x square minus 8x plus, in bracket, n plus 3 over 2 equals to 0. Okay, now it has the form that follows this form. Okay, so we got a equals to 1 and we have a negative sign here. Okay, so I can make a comparison and I can find the sum of roots. So sum of roots equals to 8. Okay, sum of roots is equals to 8. So what is the sum of roots? Is alpha, sorry, it's alpha plus alpha minus 2 equals to 8. So try to solve this. Alpha plus alpha is 2. Alpha minus 2 equals to 8. So 2 alpha equals to 8 plus 2. So alpha 8 plus 2, or before that 8 plus 2 is 10. Alpha equals to 10 over 2, which is equivalent to 5. Okay, now alpha is 5. We can find the other root. The other root is alpha minus 2. So alpha minus 2 is equivalent to, what is our alpha? Alpha is 5. 5 minus 2, which is equivalent to 3. Okay, so my roots are, the roots are 3 and 5. Okay, 3 and 5. So alpha is 5, first root. Alpha minus 2, the second root is 3. 3 and 5. So this is the answer for A. Now we continue to do B. Hence find the value of n. Okay, we used the sum of roots to find the value of the roots. Now to find the value of n, here we use product of roots. So product of roots equals to n plus 3 over 2. And from the equation, I know the product of root is a multiplication of roots. What is my root? My root is alpha multiply alpha minus 2 equivalent to n plus 3 over 2. Okay, now we'll try to solve this. So alpha times alpha, we have alpha squared minus 2 alpha equivalent to n plus 3 over 2. Okay, from the question A we know that alpha is 5, so replace that. Alpha is 5, so I'll get 5 square minus 2 in bracket 5 equivalent to n plus 3 over 2. So 5 square is 25 minus 10 equivalents to n plus 3 over 2. So I'll bring n over 3 to my left. So n plus 3 equivalent to, so I'll bring 2 to that side, to my left, but in this case it will be my right. So 25 minus 10 is 15. So 15 and then multiply with 2, you'll get 30. So n plus 3 is 30. So n equals to 30 minus 3, that will be 27. Okay, so the value of n is 27. So same as the question before, we use sum of roots to get the value of the roots, alpha and alpha minus 2. We use product of roots to get the value of the unknown in the C, n in this case. N is 27. Okay, I'll stop here. See you again in the next video.